Hello everybody, welcome back to the Delmarva Real Estate Market Report on Fed Day. That's right, today is Fed Day. That means the Federal Reserve has just finished making their decision as to the future with the federal funds interest rate. And if you just turned off the news or just decided to go from that to maybe this report, you would know that they decided to decrease interest rates by 0.25%. So they've slashed the federal funds rate by 0.25%. And probably the more important piece to that is they anticipate making 2 additional cuts this year. So that's good for the federal funds rate, but what does it mean for mortgage rates? Well, mortgage rates are not actually tied to the federal funds rate, they're tied to the bond market. And the 10-year Treasury, is sitting at its low for the year right now, just over 4%. So as of today, the odds makers and the market has already priced in the fact that they anticipated the Fed would reduce rates. So by pricing that in already, we actually saw mortgage rates tick up just a tad today, but still really at our year-long lows. And actually, if you go back 3 years, we are just about at the low 30-year fixed rate, which is currently sitting at 6.22% at the time of this recording. So great news, lower interest rates, more inventory to choose from. I just did a video on this topic before I recorded this one where I believe the fall of 2025 may be the best buying opportunity we've seen since 2019. More to come on that. But what have we seen in the last 7 days here in the 3 counties here on the shore? We're going to start off in Worcester County, Maryland. For the last 7 days, we had 68 new properties hit the market while we had 57 go under contract. And then countywide, 775 total actives as of today. And we're selling at a pace of 185 over the last 30 days. So that gives us 4.2 months supply. Wicomico County, 42 new listings and 28 going under contract in the last 7 days, 331 total actives, and we're selling at a pace of 102 in the last 30 days. That gives us 3.2 months supply. And then finally, Sussex County, just under 200 new listings in the last 7 days, while we had 144 go under contract. So total countywide as of today, 2,203, selling at a pace of 494. And that gives us 4.45 months supply. So those numbers have been pretty much consistent here for the last 30 days or so. But I do anticipate that with lower interest rates in the cards, we are now going to start unlocking some of this real estate market. And where maybe other segments of the economy might be slowing a little bit, that actually helps interest rates, and I believe it's going to springboard the real estate market. Maybe prices aren't necessarily going to shoot up, but what it does mean is that we're going to see some more activity, and which should result in more real estate transactions. So there you have it. That is a look back at the last 7 days and a recap here on Fed Day. If you like this information, please share it with a friend, and it would be our pleasure to answer any questions that you may have. Till next time, thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week with another edition of the Delmarva Real Estate Market Report.